Hello everyone and welcome back to a new build guide. This is going to be a very versatile build. This is a build that you can play in both melee and ranged format, whichever way suits your playstyle better. I will go ahead and explain thoroughly what the components are and how you can achieve the optimal playstyle for you. However, there will be, as always, a quick recap at the end of this section, so if you want to just jump into that, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers. Without too much of an introduction, let's get into the components. For our main hand, we are using the Fused Coronet. This is a fire-infused wand, and it eliminates the need for you to add any elemental infusions to it. For your runes, you want to go with Firewalk. This already comes on the weapon. Then you want to go with Firewall, Fire Nova, and Fire Blast. You can always switch your Fire Nova to Hellfire if you want, but keep in mind that that will take substantially more focus in order to operate. For your infusion, you want to go with Lifesteal. Then you have rune damage increase by 20%, gain 15 focus on kill, and gain 10% health on fatality. Indestructible, unrepairable combo. You can change gain focus on kill to change to fatality, because most of your kills are going to end up in a fatality and you will gain more. I just didn't want to spend more embers on rerolling. The reason also why we've chosen to go with rune damage increase by 20% instead of damage against large monsters is that you will need this damage boost in order to do your clears efficiently, and a lot of your damage will come from your runes. For your offhand, you want to go with the Eye of the Beholder. This is a light shield. This is an intelligence shield. So you want to infuse it with deal 15% fire damage on block, damage increased by up to 10%, healing increased by up to 15%, and stamina recovery by up to 20% based on durability, and indestructible unrepairable combo. If you are the type of player who likes to block a lot instead of parrying or dodging, because this build does have enough armor and damage reduction to actually benefit from blocking, I would suggest you go with the blue version of the Eye of the Beholder. I don't have one, however I have a shield that has the right affixes on it, and what you want to get on that is damage increase by up to 10% based on durability, healing increase based on durability, and gain 5 focus on block. Again, the blocking on this build will act as sort of mini parry. So if you go with this setup and infuse it with fire, then on every block you will not only return damage, you will also gain focus, which will help you in using your runes faster. Our armor set is a full mesh set. On our helmet, we have burn build up by up to 15%. Then we have fire damage increase, gain 15% focus on inflicting status, and gain 6% health per rune attack. Damage taken decreased by up to 10%, and drain health in combat. On our chest armor, we have armor increase, burn damage increase, focus gain, and damage taken reduction based on durability, and indestructible unrepairable combo. On our gloves, we have focus cost reduction, burn buildup, focus gain increase, damage taken reduction based on durability, and gain 10% health on kill. And we have here drain focus in combat. On our legs, we have armor increase again. Then we have damage increased by up to 15% for 10 seconds after dodging. And we have focus gain and damage reduction based on durability, and indestructible unrepairable combo. For our rings, if you are going with a melee style, you want to go with Stone Tusk Ring, Agility Ring, and Willow Cap Ring, and you will be prioritizing plague resistance and heat resistance on this. If you want to go with more of spellcaster setup, I will still suggest you keep your Stone Tusk Ring, but switch your Agility Ring and your Willow Cap Ring for a Rune Ring or a Band of Calmness. So you'll put these two in instead of Agility and Willow Cap Ring. If you want to go with the Battle Cry or Ring of Determination. This build will also work with that. But the way you would want to make it work is you'll go with Battle Cry Ring, Ring of Broken Promises, and Ruin Ring. If you find that you are having stamina issues, consider using a Jade Ring, and that concludes our little dive into the components. So without wasting too much of your time, I'm going to jump into the Crucible. However, I will give the quick recap here. Fuse Coronet, Firewalk, Fire Nova, Firewall, Fire Blast, and stop the video to look at the affixes. Eye of the Beholder, and a full mesh armor set. Again, you can stop the video at any given point in time to look at the affixes if you are here just for the recap. This is the ring setup for the melee version of this. And for a caster style, you want to switch Rune Ring and Band of Calmness for Agility Ring and Willowcap Ring. And if you want to go with Battle Cry or Ring of Determination, you will use Battle Cry Ring, Ring of Broken Promises, and Rune Ring. Alright, let's go into the Crucible.
It's like this place is burrowing inside my mind.
Shut up. Again, I will be using echoes in this run. However, I will also include footage of an Echo Knight fight without using any echo. One combo you can do is you can use your two of your attacks and then follow it up by Fire Blast. The only thing I can mention, the weapon has a really long animation wind up for its first attack, and it just puts you in a huge attack chain. If you don't want to do that, you can do your run attack, and your run attack will do a quick double attack like that, which is a lot safer than going for full combo. Also, your dodge attack is really not good. Again, these are like long wind-ups for not a whole lot of damage. So I would really suggest using this attack instead of the others. Your run attack is your best friend if you are doing boss fights and you need to weave in attacks in between those little moments of respite that you get. Oh my god, what the hell is going on with this targeting? If you are going with the caster style, I'm not sure if you know, but you can target enemies from quite a bit of a distance and just use your Fire Blast. I'll show it to you. Die already. I'll just show you this quickly so you can be at a quite a bit of a distance and you can just fire blast them. There's no... Your block is quite good at avoiding getting knocked down by attacks and interactions that usually knock you down, like the blast that they do, or the knockback push. I can stand in here and I won't get knocked all the way down. It will still push you a little bit of a distance away, but again, it's a really good option for somebody who doesn't want to do parrying or dodging. You can also hold it up and just run. And sadly, this spell doesn't really do enough damage, but it still does damage and it does add up. So you do want to have it running. You can fire blast from quite a distance away. Ooh, almost got. You have pretty good focus regeneration with this build, so feel free to use your spells as you see fit, even if you are playing the melee style. You're really not restricted by too much, I would say. Try to always have enough focus so that you can quickly get rid of these guys. The witches and the dogs are probably the worst enemies you can deal with. You just get rid of them right away. Although you do have enough survivability in your kit to be okay. I don't even know what they are. I'll just do it.
Eternity is a prison. It never ends. The sheriff are alive. Oh. No way out.
Get out of here. Oh. As I said, it's very versatile build. It gives you a lot of survivability also. So if you want to practice your parrying or you just want to get into your enemy's faces and do melee damage, you always have that option. Again, pretty simple. You want to have your firewalk running, and if you are in a position where you're going to be fighting a stationary boss, you can use your firewall and they will take a lot of damage and you add that to the fire damage that comes out of your auto attacks. It amounts for quite a bit. That's it for the build. I hope you enjoyed it. I will go ahead and include the footage of Echo Knight fight without using any echoes, and there's a bit of an audio issue at the end of that. There won't be a lot of commentary at the end of it. All I really wanted to mention before I end this section is to remember, do not try this in melee without using both the agility ring and willow cap ring, because your auto attacks are just going to be abysmal and they will get you killed. And that's it. Hope you enjoy the build and make it your own. And if you find any improvements or anything that jumps at you that would make this build better, please do leave a comment for everyone else to see and use in the comments section. Thank you for watching and have a great day. See you in the next video.